All right, we're back with the third installment with Joseph Palmisano. Joseph is a OG. He's an original gangster. He's been in the league since its inception. He is a former champion. He won. He beat the Meyer Bud. I think the year after Meyer won, he took him down. So to get things started, you could drop the prop now. We get it. Why don't you show your shirt off for us? Look at that. Look at that. That's a whole lot of sexy right there.
Big sexy, baby.
All right, so let's start off. Last year you came into the season a new father, which certainly a lot of extra responsibility there. Maybe hurt the fantasy game a little bit. So what's been the biggest difference in fatherhood from year one to now?
Braden's gotten a little older, obviously, so I can obviously do things now that I couldn't do when he was younger. So, having a draft, not having to make sure that he was with somebody, like I could drop him off at my parents' house and
he's
not
mobile.
worry about checking in all the time.
He's more mobile now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting big, baby.
He's getting big. Famous nickname. How did you get the nickname Joe Potts?
Here we go. All right, well, it all started with a place called Lucas. Everybody had nicknames. You being the godfather came up with nicknames, and you decided to call me Joey Teapots because I pour tea and coffee.
So all-time Lucas rank. Where are you? Are you on the Mount Rushmore of Lucas?
All-time Lucas rank.
Yeah.
I'm the George Washington.
No. You had sloppy froth.
I was the best frother.
You had sloppy
if
froth.
I had a rank, I'm 1. You might be 1A.
No. You had sloppy froth, my friend. All right, so
Let me ask you a question. What's the best way to make froth? With what kind of milk?
I don't know if you saw the last one, but you don't ask me questions. This is my show. If you want to, you could save the questions for the end of the season when it's my turn.
Sounds good.
All right, so coming into the season, how do you feel? Have you done some prep yet? Have you started looking at players and numbers, or where are you at?
I'm kind of it's up in the air right now. At 10, it's a tough spot. I have looked at some of the pre-ranked players and everything, but it's a crapshoot right now. 10, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna. Everybody, Eddie was saying who he's gonna take, who you think Sorg's gonna take, but that could change on draft night. So.
Right, it's a little easier for them because they're 1-2. So essentially,
because there's players out there that.
Right, and I'm sure that we don't know what's going to happen with Bell. There could be 1 or 2 more injuries that happen. I'm sure someone else is going to go down.
It's huge too. So.
So let's play a little bit of a name game. So I'm going to give you 2 names. You tell me, the player you like more. I'll also give you the option to pass if you feel like, you're giving anything away to the people. But you got to give the people what they want. So Ezekiel Elliott or Adrian Peterson. Zeke. Okay. Ezekiel Elliott or Lamar Miller.
Zeke.
Okay. Lamar Miller or David Johnson.
David Johnson.
Okay. Any reason why David Johnson? You trust the offense a little bit more in Arizona?
As a matter, I do. He looked pretty damn good last year.
You and Bruce Arians, you guys wear those same hats. You wear those little hats. Those
candy hats.
Those little.
I was going to wear one tonight, but I decided, I voted against it.
You brought the Under Armour out.
Put the Under Armour out.
You have the matching Steph Currys?
I don't have the matching Steph Currys, but
okay.
Maybe the mail soon.
AJ Green or Des Bryant?
I'm a big AJ guy, but I'm going to go Des.
Okay. Des Bryant or Jordy Nelson?
Des Bryant.
AJ Green or Jordy Nelson?
AJ Green.
Okay. All right. I appreciate, I respect that you didn't pass. I think that's a nice push on your part. So
people want to know, so I'll tell the people what they want to hear.
So now we're going to jump into our speed round section. Most of these will be short answers like you've seen. So, the Dougie or the Cupid Shuffle?
Dougie.
Dougie?
Hands down, Dougie.
Hands down.
Hands down, no questions asked.
You still performing the Dougie?
Sometimes. Depends on how drunk I am.
Okay. McDonald's or White Castle?
Cool. White Castle, 4-pack jalapeno cheese,
Fries?
French fries, no onion rings.
No onion rings?
No onion rings.
You do chicken rings?
Chicken ring with cheese.
Evan Swan or Darren Swan?
Whoa. I might need to take a swig of this real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go with The Rock on this one.
Okay. And talking about the Swans, you've got a rivalry game with them this year. I think your other rivalry is Joe O'Brien.
Yes.
You've been beating the Swans up like they stole something for a number
Pedro Martinez says I'm their daddy.
So what's it about beating the Swans? Is it I know that it brings you a ton of joy. What's the best part of it?
I think the best part of it now is that as vocal as the Swans are about how great their team is, they will ultimately say when they face me that they cannot beat me. And that there in itself is more than enough and is all I need.
It's funny that it is true that they admit to that they can't beat you, but they somehow have an excuse for every other thing. How many times have we heard I had X, Y, and Z get injured?
Oh, well, ask him how Victor Cruz went last year.
Victor Cruz was an all-time draft pick. I got accosted for drafting Des Bryant last year. They picked Victor Cruz.
High, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Yeah, way too high. Way too high. Favorite off-brand of beer? Something not mainstream, something a little different.
Red Stripe.
Red Stripe. And what was the beer that you had on the weekend that was nice? That raspberry.
Oh, Abita. Purple Haze.
Abita. Talking about Purple Haze, Granddaddy Kush or Purple Haze?
Granddaddy Kush, baby.
Big Kush guy.
Big Kush guy.
One thing, it was rumored last year. I read it on the rumor mills. I think Adam Schefter reported it. Is it true that Dan Sorg said he wanted to make a trade with you so that you'd be able to get Braden good gifts for Christmas?
As a matter of fact, that is true.
Well,
when I told him that I did not want to make the trade, he said, well, it's a shame that little Braden's not going to get some good Christmas gifts this year.
Do you remember what the trade offer was?
Who's the wide receiver from Tennessee?
Kendall Wright?
Kendall Wright.
Oh, he's shopped Kendall Wright more than I.
was trying to package Kendall Wright in every. Sorg will give me his shit in the toilet bowl and Kendall Wright and sell it like it was the best thing since sliced bread.
The guy's got some balls to come out and say that.
He does. Sometimes I text we can leave that for another conversation.
And I guess just to jump back on that train a little bit, who sends the worst trade offers in this league?
The worst trade offers?
Yeah.
I would have to say Sorg because Sorg tries to trade with everybody known to man, and he will try and make everybody on his team out to be, I don't know, Julio Jones or Marshawn Lynch or something like that. Like everybody's the best.
I mean, he sells it.
That season, it makes me sick. It makes me sick.
Okay. You've had a history of attending sporting events and not being able to stay to the end of the game. What would you say, the average quarter or average inning you make it in a stadium before someone asks you to leave?
Well, I mean, now it's gotten a little better. I do remember I attended the Giants-Carolina Panthers game one time with no regard, obviously, because I hate the Giants and I'm not a Panthers fan. And needless to say, I ended up in the parking lot a lot earlier than halftime.
And what about your Cowboy game fiasco last year?
Is that when I called you from the parking lot asking you about the updates?
Yeah. You were at the game and you didn't know what was going on.
Well, because I walked to the car because I wanted to beat the crowd. But I knew you'd be watching, so that's why I called.
So what was your peak moment as a high school athlete?
I know what you are asking about.
No. I'm asking what's your peak. What's the best?
The best moment was probably getting my first win for wrestling. Since
Okay.
I never wrestled before. That probably was it. But I know you were probably driving towards the.
No, I'm staying away. I don't even want to mention it.
We were playing South Amboy.
Oh yeah. That's. I thought you were going towards a drop C.
I'm not gonna. No, I don't got it. I don't got it.
No. So what was the baseball one?
Oh, I think was it South Amboy?
South Amboy.
It was a night game.
Night
I
game.
went 2-3, couple RBIs.
And the
Stolen base too.
the game was too late for the
game went
paper.
Too late in the paper, and they couldn't put anything in the paper.
You would have had a huge
Next day,
headline.
when they read the highlights over the loudspeaker, I kind of missed out.
Who is your most disliked professional athlete?
I really think that I have to say either Chase Utley. I'm gonna piggyback Eddie on that with Chase Utley, or I think I gotta say Eli Manning.
Yeah, Eli's right up at the top of my
Eli's
list.
starting to climb up that ladder very fast.
What about that Eli face he makes?
I'm not even gonna attempt to
Don't.
because I don't want to look dumb.
It's a great face.
It's ugly.
But Chase Utley with 2 votes. I think Link voted for A-Rod.
He did.
And I don't think I asked.
Isn't Eddie a Mets fan?
No, Eddie's a Yankee fan.
He's a Yankee fan. Okay.
He's a Yankee fan, which was a little weird why he disliked. But I guess he's a Philly guy a little bit.
Chase Utley just bothers me. Back hair bothers me.
The whole broken leg thing, Tejada.
Did move into Tejada real dirty.
Who's the most annoying manager or managers in this league? And you could give a multiple answer if you
I
like.
know you want me to say you,
No,
but there's no doubt in my mind, Evan and Darren Swan.
most annoying?
You're a close second, but Evan and Darren.
I'm a close second. Why am I
You're
annoying?
a close second.
I think that I conduct myself very well.
Nah, you're a good manager, but you're kind of annoying sometimes.
Who's the favorite fantasy player that you've ever owned?
The Tom.
The Tom?
The Tom.
Big Tom
I
guy?
know what's better about it? The fact that he had a great year last year, the fact that I stole him away from the Swans.
Did you have Tom when you won, or you had Aaron Rodgers?
I had Aaron Rodgers when I won.
Right. Okay.
He's pretty close too, but the Tom is definitely.
So at the end of the season this year, you know, when the dust is settled, the smoke is cleared. Where is what's your team name? You've been running with the same one for a couple.
Leslie Chow.
Leslie Chow. Where is Leslie Chow?
Ultimately, I'd like to have a first-round bye in the playoffs, so I'd like to finish 1 or 2. I think that my track record shows in this league that I make the playoffs every year. I'm a very competitive player, so I'd like to, obviously like to make the playoffs. But I think that I will be. I'm going to say top 4.
Top 4. Okay, that's respectable. And then I'll let you finish here and let you off the hook. I'll give you an open arena to address the league. You can, say whatever you like, call out whoever you like, and address the people.
Listen, you got a lot of stand-up gentlemen in this league. I won't name names, but there are a lot of stand-up guys. I have been known to be a little soft when it comes to the message board, and I just want everybody to know that you say something, I got something to say back. So watch out, keep your mouth shut, or I'll shut it for you.
Wow, assertive. All right, thank you very much, Joe Palmisano. I wish you the best of luck this year. Look forward to seeing you on the draft night. Thank you again.
Gentlemen, cheers. Good luck to everybody this year. Go fuck yourself.
All right, you're good.